Let's go, let's go.
If you could change any choice you have ever made, would you? You can always make another choice and change the course of your success. Everyone has the potency to make inspired choices. Get ready to listen, share, and experience the creativity that is you. Now, here is the host of the Inspired Choices Show, business optimization expert, Christine McIver.
That's right. It's Christine McIver, and you are listening to the Inspired Choices Show, where I am the host and have been for more than 13 years. I hope that if you are a new listener, you will lean in and hear some of the information, the expertise, and the brilliance that can really make a difference in your business. If you are a returning listener, welcome, 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 because you are the reason that we continue to do this show each and every week. And if you are listening live, if you're in Facebook, hey, everybody in Facebook. If you're here at our home station, Inspired Choices Network, be sure to jump into the chat room where you can ask questions and interact with myself and everyone else in the chat room to really lean into creating greater for you and for your business. And if you're listening in the replay, thank you so much for hitting the play button, and be sure to drop your comments or absolutely send me an email. I love receiving emails and answering your questions. I answer every single question personally. So, not to worry, there's not a bot that's going to respond to your question, because I think questions about business are extremely important. And I'm on a mission to make having a business way more fun and easeful, and a place where we can actually go to create and have fun like we did when we were kids. So, tonight's show, we are talking about poison your business with doubt. That's what happens, is we actually poison our business when we bring doubt in, and that's what I really want to get into tonight. Now, if you are new, I want to tell you a little bit about me, and then we're going to jump right into the show. I am a business optimization expert, a business coach. I'm the CEO of the Inspired Choices Network, ICN Publishing, ICN Summits, ICN Pro. We've got a number of different services that we do to support people to really bring their voice and their expertise to the world. I personally coach individuals and entrepreneurs on how to step into their brilliance and how to make their business run like a well-oiled machine. If you are looking for support from someone who has been there and worked with hundreds of other business owners and made things much more useful for them, send me an email, Christine at inspiredchoices.ca. And if you're looking to bring your voice to the world through having your own fully supported podcast, TV show, or being on a really global summit, do send me an email as well, Christine at inspiredchoices.ca. Let's have a conversation. Let's see what we can possibly do to support you to move forward. Okay, that's enough about me. Let's talk about tonight's show. So, poison your business with doubt. You have a business you love, but the waves of doubt push you back or paralyze your movement forward. Doubt for a business, and especially the CEO, is like drinking poison. It can kill you, or at least your entrepreneurial journey. While doubt is a normal stage in business, it really is. So if you're there, don't beat yourself up. It does not have to be a regular visitor. So tonight, we're going to move from doubt into proven steps that you can take to grow yourself and have a thriving business. So, right now, everybody that's listening, hands up, who here has ever had doubt about themselves as an entrepreneur or about the business that you have created? I'm picking up that there's a lot of you out there that are experiencing this. While doubt is normal, and it actually can be an important asset in your business. In tonight's show, we're going to talk about how it is poison and how you can change that. Now, just to give you a little hint, how doubt can be an asset is it actually can show you the gaps where you need more support, where you need more professional expertise, where you need to further educate yourself, strengthen your muscles, and grow yourself. Because sometimes we get complacent. Sometimes we get tired and we don't want to have to do any more for our business. In today's world, being in business means and is what is required is continuous up leveling. Now, that doesn't mean you have to put hundreds of thousands of dollars into your business every single year. But what it does mean is that you have to continue to look at your skill set and continue to stay ahead of the changes that are coming. Because if you're using a platform and that platform makes changes and you're not staying ahead of those changes, well, I'm sure that many of you have had this happen. All of a sudden, something's not working. All of a sudden, you're not able to communicate with your connections on that platform, or you try to post something and it's going wonky. Well, what does that do in our world? It throws us off, and it actually takes so much time and effort to play catch up, to look at your business or to look at what the problems are and to reach out and to try to get support on that day when maybe you left it till the very end for your deadline. This is just one example of how important it is for us to stay on top of the changes. And even if you're not personally going in and reading the different changes that are happening wherever you are operating your business online, having a team member or an organization that supports you in that is key. But it still comes down to you knowing this information and be ensuring that you're receiving that information. So it that is one way that doubt can actually contribute to you. There's many other ways, but I want to get into about tonight and about really how doubt can poison your business. So first and foremost, I want you to remember this, that you came into your body at this time in this space and you have been pulled to be in your own business. There is a knowing inside of you that says, I absolutely know that I am supposed to be in business. And I know the area that lights me up is where I can contribute to others. Follow that knowing. Make sure that that knowing is strong within you. Even write it down and read it repeatedly. And know that it is this time and this space and this planet that you chose to come to. Know that you are in the right place, that you are on the right path. Because when doubt tries to come and knock you over, that can be one of your anchors. And that's an incredibly important thing to stay connected to. I know so many people that I work with, clients, colleagues, that they'll be going along and they'll be having just a fabulous time in their day-to-day. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, they just get taken out at the knees. Emotionally, psychologically, something will hit them and it'll throw them off their game. You've got to have that foundation in place to support you during those times. Change is going to happen, and change is happening faster and faster these days than ever before. We know, especially being on a global level with our businesses, that we can be impacted by all sorts of things around the world. So having that foundation is critical. So please do write that down. Remember that. The other piece that I want you to remember is that your business came through you so you could deliver it to the world. There was something about the energy of you, your purpose, your drive, your capacities that really connected and matched with the energy of your business. It really is true. And when you understand that you are being a vehicle for your business and that whatever is going on within you is flowing back to your business, I want you to really lean into and understand the responsibility that you have to support your business. So many of us, at one time or another have gotten very upset because something's not going right in our business. And we nearly criticize our business. We look at our business and we see it as a separate entity from us. Now, while it is a separate entity, it is deeply connected to us. And so when you are really trying to detach from your business and criticize your business separate from something and seeing what's going on inside of you that is maybe, possibly, probably creating that in your business, you miss out on an opportunity to grow your business and to grow you. So please know this, you are not separate from your business, and you have a responsibility to ensure that you're coming in with great energy, with great mindset, and getting the support that you need so that your business continues to have the support that it needs. So, a lot of people try to keep things separate. They try to talk about, oh, that's just business, and we don't talk about personal things. That what's going on for me personally has nothing to do with my business. No, that's not true. That's absolutely not true. You cannot separate who you are and the energy of who you are from your business. Everything is energy. You know that. If there is something going on inside of you, i.e., doubt, you are going to infuse that energy of doubt in your business. You're going to show up in your business physically, energetically, online posting, writing. If you write a book or you write a blog, every single thing that you do in your business is going to be infused with your energy. You cannot separate the two. You can try to put on a brave face, but the fact of the matter is you are the energy that is attracting the energy of others. So if your business is, going along and it's doing pretty good, and suddenly you have a massive dip, doubt starts to scream in your face. Maybe you were looking to grow something. Maybe you put together a new program or you were taking a risk and suddenly doubt took you down. That energy of doubt is going to infuse into your business, into every single aspect of your business. It absolutely is, because that is who you are. You are the business. So again, you have a responsibility to check in on what's going on with you. And it's as easy as saying, I'm struggling with doubt. I'm struggling with sadness. I'm feeling really overwhelmed and angry and frustrated today. And can you imagine if you, not energetically, but physically, you were talking to someone and then you got really angry because of something that went down in your business? Can you imagine the way that you were feeling inside if it was on the outside of you in front of that other individual, possibly a client or a customer or even a team member? Can you imagine their response to that infusion of anger? It would absolutely not be a positive hit on you and your business, right? So in that case, if you start to experience something like that, if you start to feel like something like that's going on, you need to have tools in your toolbox to prepare yourself for how to deal with that. Those tools become such a gift to you as a human being who has emotions, who experiences change and things that drop and things that go sideways. These tools become such a gift for you, but you've got to choose them and you've got to use them. So after our break, I'm going to start getting into some of those tools. These tools are essential for you to understand how to take the poison out of yourself and to take the poison out of your business. And you know what? You may be feeling doubt. You may be feeling sadness. You may be feeling massive frustration because your business is not where you know it should be. How many of us have been there? right? You may be feeling some or all of these emotions right now. Well, these tools that I'm going to share with you, you can begin to use today. Absolutely, immediately. And they will begin to make a shift within you and within your business. So if you're looking to have a successful business, a business that you enjoy being with, stick around. You're listening to Inspired Choices. I am your host, Christine McIver. We are on the Inspired Choices Network, and we'll be right back.
Many of us make choices based on our past experiences or based on what others believe. What would our lives be like if we made our choices based on what we desire for our futures? When you join the Inspired Choices show with business optimization expert Christine McIver, you'll be provoked to look at what is true and what you know, but may not choose, that requires your attention. Christine does not hold back. She brings all her expertise to every show. Are you ready to create and live the life you truly desire? Listen for Inspired Choices every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Are you a subject matter expert? Are you here to share your expertise with an audience waiting to hear from you in only the way you can deliver? Are you ready to have your voice amplified across the airwaves? Inspired Choices Network has a global radio platform streaming to millions of people across the world. Professionally produced and supported by an accomplished team every step of the way, you can broadcast from anywhere in the world, knowing your voice matters, and we ensure it is delivered with ease and efficiency. Eager to hear your message, the world awaits. Contact us today to become an Inspired Choices Network radio host. Email become a host at inspiredchoicesnetwork.com.
This is the Inspired Choices Show with business optimization expert Christine McIver. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at inspiredchoicesnetwork.com. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email by sending to Christine at inspiredchoices.ca. Now, back to the program.
Yes, you are listening to Inspired Choices. I'm your host, Christine McIver. Tonight, we're talking about poison your business with doubt. And there is so many ways that we do that each and every day if we're not paying attention to our own energy and what we are putting out into the world. And putting out into the world doesn't need to be verbal, doesn't need to even be written. It doesn't need to be on a podcast or a video cast. It can just be the energy that you are being. Everything is energy, and you infuse your energy into your business without even trying. So that's what we covered in the first episode, or first segment rather. Please go back and listen to that if you're just joining, because it's essential before we get into the next piece of the tools tonight. So we're going to jump right into the tools. We're going to talk about one of the very first tools to eliminate doubt and keep doubt at its absolute minimum is celebration. Now, it seems very odd to talk about doubt and what am I going to celebrate, Christine? My doubt? No. You're going to start to keep a list of celebrations. Most people have lists of what they have to do, have lists of their desires, and have lists of where they need help. They've got all these lists that are all to-dos, right? On some aspect, they're to-dos, they're targets, they're to-dos. And we're always in this go, 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 go to try to get to that next level. Absolutely. This has been a known fact for a long time. Most people really only celebrate about 5 times in their life. They celebrate when they turn 16. They celebrate when the age of majority, wherever it is, 18 or 19, wherever you are, or 21. They celebrate when they get married. They celebrate when they buy a house, and they celebrate when their babies are born. We truly do not value the gift of celebration. We don't value what it can do for us. And we don't value ourselves because we lack the energy of celebration that's automatic in our day to day. Many of us have been infused with a judgment that that's bragging, that when you celebrate, you're bragging. And in different times, celebration might have been poo-pooed. It might have actually put you at risk. Not today, my friends. Especially if you are living in a free country, celebration is your choice. But how many of you are actually choosing celebration as your everyday? Right? When we talk to each other, we often say, "So, how are you doing? What's going on?" And most people, their autoresponder is to go to the things that are not going well. We don't really share our celebrations of each day, let alone some pretty big celebration times in our lives. And that piece is like the foundation for creation. And I really want to get into this right now. Celebrating your achievements is a part of what I have named the creation rotation. So the creation rotation has 4 steps. These 4 steps start out with a an imagination comes through, right? So you get a spark about something that would be really great to create. You get this imagination, and it's like, oh my gosh, it gets you so excited, right? And the sparks of imagination are just going, going, going. Step 2 is you start to create. So you actually start to lay out the step by step of the creation, right? So you are actualizing it. You're bringing the creation to life. And once you've brought the creation to life, you bring it out to the world. You spread it to the world. So you are bringing your imagination idea that you created, that you brought into life, you bring it out to the world. You're sharing it to the world, whether that is a podcast, whether that is a website, whether that's a program, that is a service. You are bringing it to the world. So you are posting it, you're promoting it, you're bringing it, you're sharing it with the world. And then at that moment, when we're bringing it out to the world, what we're hoping is going to happen is people are going to engage, people are going to hire us, people are going to choose to work with us, people are going to buy from us. That's where we hope to be. Now, regardless of whether we sell very little of that creation or we sell a lot, what we 95% of the time we do is we go back to, oh my gosh, I got an idea. And then we start to play with that imagination, and we bring that imagination into a creation. So we bring this creation to life, right? So we're into that step 2. And then we bring it out to the world because we're so excited. And we are in this cycle. It just keeps rotating and rotating. But the biggest piece of that creation rotation is missing. And that number 4, which is paramount to have, is celebrating your achievements. Celebrating your achievements, celebrating them with yourself, celebrating them with your team, celebrating them with your colleagues, with your friends, with your family, celebrating the creation. What that celebration does, first of all, you send out to the universe the message of, I love to celebrate, right? So you're putting that out there and you're celebrating your creation. The universe gets the message. Oh, she likes to create. She likes to celebrate what she creates. Got it, right? The universe does not discriminate whether you imagine something or you actually do something. But when you move into actually doing something, there's a stronger energy behind that. So celebrate whatever the celebration is. Your celebration can be as simple as looking in the mirror at the end of the day and going, you did amazing today. Well done. Well done. That was fantastic. Now, if you can get specific, when you're speaking to yourself and you're celebrating in that, you're going to lift your energy up, and that is going to push doubt out. It's going to push doubt out even more and more, because now your brain has evidence of success. You see, your brain operates to protect you. So when you're thinking about going and taking a stab at something new or taking a risk, your brain is going to come forward and say, no, 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 no. You don't want to do that. Remember what happened last time. Remember what happened to so-and-so. Are you sure? You know what? Why don't you just go relax and be comfortable? Your brain really wants to keep you safe. But you didn't come here to be safe, did you? You came here to grow, to contribute to the world, to bring your brilliance to the world. That requires you to change that mindset, and you do that through celebration. Now, celebrating with someone else actually is like a double infusion, and that really sits in our memory longer and longer in those celebration moments. The biggest thing that I want you to remember is that when you are celebrating your creations, that is like fuel for your soul. That lifts you up. That infuses the energy of love that you give back to yourself. You give love to yourself. This is one of the best ways for self-love, is to celebrate your successes. And your successes do not need to be huge. Maybe something that you've accomplished today that you've been feeling like you're avoiding, feeling like you don't have the ability to, you've just been feeling overwhelmed by it. Maybe you got through that and you finished it. Celebrate that. Don't just go to the next thing on the checklist, because you're never going to feel like you're going to get out from that checklist, and you're not. As long as you're in business, there's always going to be the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. So you stopping and pausing and taking the time to celebrate will infuse more energy, more soul inside of you. And when you're doing that, here's the cool side effect of that. Your excitement is going to open you up to receiving even more ideas, even more possibilities for your business. Now, if there are people that are looking for the energy of joy and possibilities and success, if they want to work with someone or hire someone or buy from someone that has that energy, energetically, when you celebrate, you lift your energy up so that that's the energy that's going out to the universe, so people can find you much more easily that are looking for you. People are looking for support. They are looking for guidance. They are looking for somebody that makes a difference for them in their business, that makes a difference in their life, that makes a difference in their relationship, with their money, with their body, with all aspects of who they are. And so when you become the best that you can be for you, your energy changes and they can find you more easily. I mean, to me, that's the absolute best reason to celebrate. But I would love to see you celebrate because you genuinely appreciate who you are. And you know that that celebration is definitely worth celebrating. You know that you have given everything, your heart and your soul and your conviction, to this creation, to this choice, to this task, whatever it is. Celebrate your successes. Celebrate and watch your business grow. I've got much more I want to share with you. I want you to remember the creation rotation and how that rotation has 4 stops along the way. And you are going to, going forward, you are going to hit every one of those spots in your creation rotation. All right, we are up to our next break. Do come back. I've got much more I want to share with you. And together we can celebrate your successes moving forward. You're listening to Inspired Choices. I'm your host, Christine McIver, here on the Inspired Choices Network. We will be right back.
Many of us make choices based on our past experiences or based on what others believe. What would our lives be like if we made our choices based on what we desire for our futures? When you join the Inspired Choices show with business optimization expert Christine McIver, you'll be provoked to look at what is true and what you know, but may not choose, that requires your attention. Christine does not hold back. She brings all her expertise to every show. Are you ready to create and live the life you truly desire? Listen for Inspired Choices every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
How wonderful would it be to carry your favorite Inspired Choices Network host with you throughout your day? Well, now you can. Inspired Choices Network now has its very own mobile app. Our free app offers live streaming shows, along with thousands of podcasts and TV episodes. Our shows cover a wide variety of topics. Whether you're waking up with us, carrying us through the day, and taking us to bed with you, we're always here for you to enjoy. We're easy to find. Just search for Inspired Choices Network in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store.
This is the Inspired Choices Show with business optimization expert Christine McIver. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email by sending to Christine at InspiredChoices.ca. Now, back to the program.
Oh, welcome, everybody. So if you're just joining, we are talking about how doubt can poison your business. It absolutely can. It can bring your personal emotions down very, very hard. And there's so many things going on in the world where you can begin to doubt yourself. You know, we talk about one of the recent words that's coined is imposter syndrome. And all that means is that you don't believe in yourself and you're doubting yourself again and again and again when evidence can actually show you that that's not true. But we get caught in that very easily. And one of the reasons we get caught in imposter syndrome and in doubt is because we are comparing ourselves to others. We are looking at others, and some of the autoresponders within us come up. The autoresponders like, oh my gosh, I'm not as good as that person. Or, oh, why didn't I think of that? Or, dang, I should have put that out there. I created that before. Why didn't I put it out there? I'm terrible. I'm so bad at doing this. What is wrong with me? Right? We go into that so easily. So easily. The world that we live in and the world that we grew up in had people ask us those questions like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, Billy? Why didn't you get that right? What's wrong with you? That question was easy. So we begin to say to ourselves, consciously or subconsciously, there's something wrong with us. And it's so easy, especially in our businesses where, you know, we are looking outside at what other people are doing in hopes to maybe create some ideas or maybe really look at what's being accepted in the world, what's being chosen, what's being purchased, and looking at, okay, how could I be doing something like that? And instead of using it as information, we start to use it against ourselves. And that is one of the fastest ways to infuse doubt in yourself and then to poison your business. Abso-friggin-lutely. So what you want to be doing is you want to be stepping back from comparison syndrome. stepping back and looking at what everyone else is doing with what's wrong with me energy. But if you can, and we were talking about celebration in the last segment, if you can look at what someone else is creating and you can say, good for them, I will have that energy of celebration as well. And you just start supporting and celebrating other people and choose it. Start to say, yes, I will have that too. Yes, I will have that too. And watch what starts to shift. You won't be comparing yourself anymore. You will be happy for someone else. And again, let's talk about energy. When you are happy for someone else, you are infusing yourself with joy. You're giving joy to them and you're infusing joy for yourself. Now, if you have a deep, deep case of doubt and sadness, please hire a coach. Please work with someone who can really start to show you the truth and start to shift that doubt and that sadness. It can happen, absolutely. I am someone that works with entrepreneurs, and when I'm working with them, I'm not only working in their business, but I'm working with who they are as the CEO. And that includes things like doubt and questioning their abilities and feeling lost in how they are moving forward in their business. Because without working with the individual, the business, no matter how many things that we put in place, the business is not going to succeed if there are absolute important things that need to change for that individual. So that is something that I do and I've done for years, and I absolutely love doing. Incredible work that we've accomplished together when you're willing to be vulnerable. Okay, so first of all, get away from the comparison. The next thing I want to talk about is to surround yourself with cheerleaders. Do you have a cheerleader or cheerleaders in your life? And most especially someone or someones that you would share your successes with in your business. Is there someone that you absolutely go, they're always got my back. They always support me and cheer me on. Well, how about you connect with them more often? How about you create a celebration moment? Um, we actually here on the network, we just had a book launch last weekend, and we celebrated this brand new book that's out in the world, and we celebrated all the people that contributed to the book. We had such a huge celebration. It was fantastic, and we infused each other with our joy and our happiness, and seeing ourselves on this book and seeing our words in these chapters. Absolutely amazing. And that's something that I will think of when I look at that book, is how much we've celebrated together. And that's how that celebration has contributed to everyone that was there. It is such a gift to celebrate. So who are you surrounding yourself with that is one of your cheerleaders? And if you don't have a cheerleader, if you don't have someone that's cheering you on, a coach is a great place to start. Because when they start to see the successes and they're able to turn the mirror on you and show you, that person absolutely becomes your cheerleader. And that is one of the best things about being a coach, is to be able to show someone the truth of their successes and being able to be their cheerleader. So surround yourself with cheerleaders. Even if you have to hire a coach to have them be your cheerleader, it's worth the investment. Absolutely, it is. Okay, the next thing that I want to talk about is giving yourself grace and permission to risk failing. When you give yourself grace and you say, you know what, I'm going to try this even if I fail, you give yourself permission to fail at something. That starts to push the doubt out as well, because you're kind to yourself. You're not turning around and beating yourself up, and you look at it and you even celebrate that you took that step, that you took that risk. You know what? Good for me. I took that step. I took that risk, because every step that you take, Every step that you take is a celebration. And even if it didn't succeed, whatever that looks like, to whatever level, even if it didn't succeed, I guarantee you, you've learned something about yourself along the way. You're not going to grow in the easy days. You're going to grow and expand and up level and upscale who you are and your business and your bank account when you take risks and when you stretch yourself. And sometimes those are tough times. But when you understand that giving yourself grace and allow yourself to fail will actually be a gift to celebrate. That is such a cool thing when you get your head around that and you go, okay, I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to step forward. I'm going to do it, even if I'm scared. I remember the very first time I did my own radio show, right? That was back in 2011 when I did that first show. I was so scared. I was so nervous. I had no idea what I was doing. I was shaking through that entire thing. And I cried for the first 15 minutes of that show. Like, oh my gosh. But here I am 13 years later. I really want you to see this. 13 years later, I have done hundreds of shows. I've spoken with hundreds of guests. I have spoken with so many, many guests that are on the network with the other hosts. I've worked with and supported other hosts because I was willing to take a risk and I didn't judge myself for quote unquote failing in that show. I didn't judge myself. Now, I was freaked out. I will tell you that. I was freaked out afterwards. I was still shaking for a while. But then I gave myself some space and I looked at it. And it was like, okay, now I kind of get the gist of this. Now I kind of understand it. And of course, I've learned more and more since then. But I allowed myself to learn from the experience. And if I hadn't done that, this network and the hundreds and thousands, multi-thousands of people that the shows contribute to would not be here. It would not be here. And possibly all of the people that we've had as hosts would not have stepped in because they wouldn't have had the energy that we have here at Inspired Choices Network. Your choices can have a long-reaching impact. So give yourself grace. Absolutely give yourself grace. This one kind of goes with the giving yourself grace and being willing to fail. Stop shooting for perfection. Stop it. Now, this one was definitely me. Who else tries to go for perfection and then beats themselves up when you don't hit the perfection, right? I for sure have done that. I have criticized myself so many times when things didn't go right. In fact, when I was creating the Inspired Choices Network and we were creating a brand new website that is currently inspiredchoicesnetwork.com, I was shooting for perfection. I pushed myself so hard, so hard to have it perfect. I was putting in sometimes 14, 16-hour days sitting at my computer. And I remember that there was days that I would get out of the chair and I couldn't stand up straight because I had not been moving my body. My body was starting to really react to this expectation of perfection and all of the hours I was pushing myself. And a couple months after doing that, I actually created shingles in my body because of the stress. The stress of perfection can take you down so many times. Please stop shooting for perfection. Nobody else knows if it's perfect or not. I promise you nobody does. But if you would allow yourself to have a target, not a goal, a target, because when you have a target, if you lay on any side of that target, it's success, not a goal. A goal is like, this is the only answer that has to, or this is the only thing that will be achieved, can be achieved, that I will say I hit my goal. But when you hit a target, you're giving yourself that grace to succeed and learn. So let's give up that perfection. Let's put perfection away because it does nothing for anyone or anything. All right, we are up to our last break of the show. Do stick around. I have a few more that I want to share with you, and I really would love to have you listen to each and every one of them so it can contribute to you and take all of that doubt, take all of that poison out of your business and out of your mindset because you, my friend, deserve to have joy and pleasure in your business and a lot of money flowing as well. So you're listening to myself, Christine McIver, on the Inspired Choices Show here on the Inspired Choices Network. We'll be right back after this break.
Many of us make choices based on our past experiences or based on what others believe. What would our lives be like if we made our choices based on what we desire for our futures? When you join the Inspired Choices Show with business optimization expert Christine McIver, you'll be provoked to look at what is true and what you know, but may not choose, that requires your attention. Christine does not hold back. She brings all her expertise to every show. Are you ready to create and live the life you truly desire? Listen for Inspired Choices every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Are you a subject matter expert? Are you here to share your expertise with an audience waiting to hear from you in only the way you can deliver? Are you ready to have your voice amplified across the airwaves? Inspired Choices Network has a global radio platform streaming to millions of people across the world. Professionally produced and supported by an accomplished team every step of the way, you can broadcast from anywhere in the world, knowing your voice matters, and we ensure it is delivered with ease and efficiency. Eager to hear your message, the world awaits. Contact us today to become an Inspired Choices Network radio host. Email becomeahost@inspiredchoicesnetwork.com.
This is the Inspired Choices Show with business optimization expert Christine McIver. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email by sending to Christine@InspiredChoices.ca. Now, back to the program.
Welcome back, my friends. This show has gone really fast, but I'm really excited about it because I know the information here can make a big, big difference in your life, in your business, and other people's that maybe you're thinking about, hey, you know what? This could really help so and so because that person has a lot of doubt. That person questions their abilities or they're sad. Whatever the case may be, please share this episode with someone you know that it can contribute to them. And if you're enjoying this show, please give us a 5-star review on iTunes. Just search Inspired Choices with Christine McIver. I will be super grateful that you do. And again, this is going to assist to get this information out to those who really require it, and it can make a big difference too. So I'd super appreciate that if you would do that. All right, let's finish up. Oh, next week, before I forget, next week's show is Speak to Release Your Expertise. We're going to be talking to all the speakers or wannabe speakers out there about what can actually bring more of their expertise into the world. So you definitely don't want to miss that one. All right, while we round out the show, let's get back to my list of things that I wanted to share with you. So the next thing that I wanted to share to really help you to release that poison of doubt from your business is to turn away from the negative nagging in your head. The negative nagging that goes on in our head is absolutely crazy. If you were able to take all of the thoughts that you have every day and download them like we do an audio file and transcribe them, I think it would absolutely blow you away. We are nagging on ourselves and we have such a negative voice within ourselves. Lots of people have often said you wouldn't speak to a friend like that, or if someone spoke to you like that, you'd never speak to them again. And yet we have that negative voice about so many things in our lives, and it it has such a deep rooted hold on us. It is in there and it is going on and on and on. If you were to speak these things out loud and someone was to hear them, or you actually caught what you were saying, it would blow your mind. That negative nagging is huge, and it's something that you need to become much more present to. Listen to your thoughts. Listen to the negative that is nagging at you again and again and again, trying to bring you back into your comfort zone. It's not trying to stop you, it's not trying to hurt you, it's trying to bring you back into your comfort zone, right? It's that primal brain that was taught, that was put in place to protect you, right? It's that nagging, like, hey, you need to run because there's a bear coming. It's that brain that was put in there that is still in there. It's trying to protect you, but you do not need protection. You are an infinite being in a human body having a human experience that you chose. You chose to come here. Remember that. You chose to make a difference in the world. And this business has come to you to come through you. There is nothing at all that is wrong with you. So pay attention to those negative voices, to those negative nagging again and again and again. You have the power to change this. Are you going to choose it? Are you going to seriously get strong with listening to your own self and making a commitment to change this? You have the ability to do this. Nobody else can stop that. This is a one solo job. You have to make these choices to change them, and you can, and they don't have to take a huge amount of time. One of the greatest things that you can do is continue on your personal development journey to get stronger and stronger as the CEO of your life and of your business. This is critical if you desire to continue to have more joy and pleasure in your life and in your business. Okay, the next thing that I want to talk about is to turn your what ifs into hell yeses. You know, sometimes we will be in that space of, well, what if I did this? And you know, that excitement possibility, what if? That's great. But that negative aspect of what if can come in as well. Well, what if I fail? Or what if people laugh at me? Or what if, what if I really, spend too much money? Or what if I make the wrong choice? Or what if, and we go down these what ifs. What if you can turn, there I said, what if you could turn that what if into a hell yes? Hell yes, I'm going to succeed. Hell yes, I'm going to grow. Hell yes, I'm going to learn. Hell yes, I'm going to have support. Hell yes, I'm going to celebrate every step of this journey. Hell yes, choose it. You honestly have to choose these things before they will actualize for you. And you've got to understand that. It's like you don't wait to celebrate. You don't wait to claim something. You do it before. You've got to infuse the energy that is possible so that the what is possible can come through you and to your life. And finally, I want you to stretch yourself into failure to build that skin of risk. I want to keep stretching you, keep stretching yourself to fail. Keep stretching yourself to fail. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but when you are doing that, when you keep stretching yourself and you keep trying new things in order to fail, you start to get a strong skin for risk. And risk is one of the most exciting places to be, because this is when you take those quantum leaps. And that's when you tell your brain, you see, look at what I accomplished. And that's where that celebration can really grow and grow. Failure is a gift. You've got to be able to look at it in the way that it will contribute to you. Remember, there's no growth in the comfort zone. There's only growth where you take a risk and you say hell yes to yourself, and you say hell yes to your future possibilities. You can do this. My friends, it's been a great time talking with you today. Send me an email, Christine at inspiredchoices.ca, with your questions, your comments, and if you would love to learn more about how I can support you. And until next week, I want you to remember, you can always make another choice. Take good care.
Thank you for choosing to listen to Inspired Choices Show. Christine McIver will return next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. We hope you'll join us. Until then, be willing to choose what you really desire. This is your life, making the choices that bring you all that you desire.